I've seen a thing on the back of his shirt.
Just say something in the autopsy.
Not that I see. I think it's where it says it has a union thing on the back of his shirt, but it doesn't.
Maybe.
Objection!
Are you certain you saw the Union Jack?
Yeah, I'm sure. It was right there on his back. His face. There's some point of this line in questioning.
Your Honor, please look at that picture. As you can see, there's nothing on the victim's back.
Hey, wait a minute! He was wearing a leather jacket! The Union Jack was on the back of his t-shirt he was wearing.
I was under the impression that you accidentally came across the body. But if that was really the case, then you wouldn't know that, would you? Unless you started taking his jacket off his dead body. You'd have no idea what he was wearing underneath that jacket. Mr. Wright, you've been lying to me, boy!
Please forgive me!
Mia, you made our client cry.
Let him! That pee on his chest doesn't stand for a phoenix anyways! I can't believe I trusted him! Mr. Wright was all wrong!
That was an impressive bit of cross-examination.
Huh?
Thank you for uncovering the defendant's lies for me. It's quite clear that this man did not simply stumble upon the scene of the crime. Now he's getting nauseous too.
Uh-oh! Did I go too far?
By the way, Mr. Wright, you seem to have a rather bad cold. Have you taken any medicine for it?
I hear, yeah, I took some, but...
You took some butt? Well, was the medicine that you took an over-the-counter brand called Cold Killer X?
Larry Butts made it.
Yeah, that's right. It kills colds. Good. Hey, wait a second. How did you know I'm a big fan of Cold Killer X?
This is a murder trial. Why does he keep snickering? Like, what if the family's in the audience or something? They just keep hearing this lawyer snicker.
He's an evil little man. He gets thrills out of crushing rookies. Would you happen to have that medicine with you right now?
Well, actually, I seem to have lost it somewhere.
He lost it? Does he even have anything to do with this case?
Mr. Wright, shall I tell you where your cold medicine is right now?
Huh?
Your Honor, I would like you to take a look at the photo from the crime scene. Another photo.
What's this? In the victim's hand? It's Cold Killer X!
Objection!
Yes, but I've even got a bottle of Cold Killer X in my apartment.
I'm sorry, but I'm afraid that argument won't work.
Why not?
There's no doubt as to who this bottle of Cold Killer X belongs to. Especially since Mr. Wright's fingerprints are all over it.
What?
Sensing his murderous intent, Mr. Swallow must have picked up the bottle of medicine, dropped by Mr. Wright, and hid it in his hand. His purpose in doing so can only have been to identify his killer as Phoenix Wright. I always thought Winston Payne's argument there didn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah, well,
He knew he was going to get murdered, so he picks up a bottle of medicine because everyone knows Phoenix Wright really loves that Cold Killer X. He's always ranting and raving to everybody, Cold Killer X! That's my favorite medicine!
Maybe that's really why he's sneezing and stuff. Maybe it's some kind of like withdrawal from that medicine.
Order! Order in the court!
Your Honor, I'd like to present this photo and bottle as evidence.
Very well. The court will accept them into record.
Also, the victim's wristwatch was broken.
Broken?
Yes, broken, at least functioning when a large wave of electricity passed through it. Well, Mr. Wright, you have any explanation for all of this?
This is really bad.
Oh, my buttocks. My poor hemorrhoids.
Grossberg, get out, please!
Talk about it so much.
Why didn't you just stand there beside her going, my hemorrhoids hurt. Oh, they're hurting bad now.
He said that he wants her to get some hemorrhoid cream.
He needs to go get it himself.
That's what he thinks assistants are for. They just get you stuff. It's one of those bosses.
The truth is, I went because he called me.
What?
He was the He was in the pharmacology department. So we agreed to meet at 2:45 behind that building.
What building?
We talked for a bit, and then around
Stop heckling me.
at around 3 we split up. Then later I went back and found him lying there. I'd been taking Cold Killer X for the last 2 or 3 days. But I lost my bottle of it around lunchtime on the day of the accident.
Mr. Wright, that is completely different from the testimony you gave previously. That sounds more like it.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I was afraid you wouldn't believe the truth.
You'll forgive me if I say I hardly find your current testimony any more credible.
Mrs. Fay, please begin your cross-examination. Oh, please, Mr. Wright, don't tell any more lies on me.
He's removing a cow from his foot.
Have you ever met the victim before then?
No! Never! But that day he called me up and told me he wanted to talk about Dolly. And this Dolly person is it's kind of embarrassing. She's my sweetheart.
What was that for, Mia?
Oh, I'm sorry. I just felt like slapping something all of a sudden, and I kind of hate you.
Dahlia Hawthorne was also the lover of the murder victim, Doug Swallow. Before she met Mr. Wright, that is.
So it's one of those nasty love triangles I see. Nasty.
Was it Mr. Swallow? who indicated you should meet at 2:45.
Yeah, and we were both there right on time. You said the victim was in the pharmacology department? Yeah, he was studying how to manufacture and improve pharmaceuticals. Everyone called him the alchemist of IVU. An alchemist? I see. I gotta admit, it was a little suspicious. He had a whole laboratory and everything. It was filled with chemicals and strange machines that ran on high voltage electricity. Ho 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 ho! How fascinating. He sounds like he was quite an ambitious young man.
What do I do? Maybe I should ask him for some more details. So are you absolutely certain that you met at 2:45?
Yeah, pretty sure. That's what the time class ends. They're always doing experiments, so it doesn't matter much.
Experiments?
Yeah, those pharmacology guys are always in the lab whipping up something.
Well, it looks like he's on about the right time anyway.
Witness, let's go on with your testimony.
Maybe I should question him the other way. What was it you were talking about?
You know, that maybe we should hang out again sometime.
Hang out again sometime? I wish that were true. Round 3, he split up. But that was the time of death, so how would they split up at 3?
Maybe he means 3 a.m.
So you say you went back.
Yeah, that's when I found the body.
Yes, but why'd you go back in the first place? Weren't you angry and wanting to hurt him?
Well, that's right. I was.
Then why, Mr. Wright? Why'd you go back there?
I thought maybe we could make up.
Judging by the atmosphere, I'm pretty sure no one is buying this. It's rather unusual to catch a cold this time of year, isn't it?
Yeah, I always get a little careless when the weather starts to warm up. But I guess I shouldn't sleep with the window open this early in spring, huh?
I suppose common sense is not always common. So, does anyone else know that you were taking this cold medicine?
Well, I always took one after meals. So I'm pretty sure all my friends knew about it.
Push the last one. On the day of the incident, what did you do for lunch?
Huh? What does that have to do with anything?
You can never be too sure.
I always eat with Dolly. Just the two of us. Dolly's homemade lunches are the greatest. Her mini omelets are magically delicious.
Isn't that a tagline or something?
Lucky Charms.
Oh.
Oh yeah. They're magically delicious.
Ouch! Why'd you punch me in the jaw?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I just felt like hurting someone all of a sudden.
Well, Mia,
I don't know. I can't seem to find any contradictions.
the boy isn't exactly what I'd call a natural-born liar, you know. But still, we can't have him continue to spout nonsense.
I know, but what can I do?
Well, I'm certain he must be hiding something. Information. Right now, it's information we need more than anything else. Well, I need some hemorrhoid cream, but other than that...
Hold it!
Ask about the pharmacology department. I was wondering if you could tell us a bit more about the pharmacology department.
Well, okay, sure. I don't know all that much, though.
A little bit earlier in your testimony, you said something interesting. You said the department uses strange machines that run on high voltage electricity.
That's right. And they sure look dangerous. They use non-standard voltage, so there are high voltage cables everywhere.
High voltage cables.
Yeah, there were electrical poles set up all around the building. The high voltage cables run overhead, around the roof.
Finally, I think we're getting somewhere.
I think that's enough for now. So the defendant and the victim met at approximately the time of his death. Then the defendant returned to the scene for some unknown reason.
I'm not entirely convinced about his explanation about the medicine bottle either.
Let me be frank here. Mr. Wright, your testimony cannot be trusted.
What do you mean?
I knew it was too much work for a little girl.
However, there's one mystery that still remains.
There is, Your Honor?
Mm-hmm. How the murder was carried out, of course.
Just for some sass on that one.
Just how was the victim electrocuted? I don't believe the murder weapon has been produced yet, correct?
Well, that is, you are correct, Your Honor.
So how exactly was Mr. Swallow killed? If I could somehow establish how it was done, maybe I could still figure out how to make this mess smelling like a rose. Your Honor!
Yes, Miss Fay?
I believe that if we were to piece everything together, all that we've heard up until now, we should be able to solve the mystery of how Mr. Swallow died.
That would be most impressive.
Quite the brash statement coming from a rookie. But even a beginner like you must understand the basic rules of the court, yes? An attorney must be able to substantiate their arguments with evidence.
Of course I know that. I forgot about that whole evidence thing. I didn't really study that.
Now then, Mrs. Fay, let me see what you've got. Show me how you believe the victim was electrocuted.
Was it the umbrella? Why was the umbrella bent? I wonder if that comes into play later. As for the cause of death, I'd say this picture captures it quite well.
What? But there's nothing that even remotely resembles a murder weapon here. I'm afraid the defense is going to have to explain this in a bit more detail. Miss Fay, what exactly in this photo is the murder weapon?
Should I do the umbrella?
Ooh, funny.
X. Well, naturally, it's right here.
That's... What is it?
A severed electrical cable, believe, Your Honor.
Believe.
Remember the testimony we've heard? The machines that the pharmacology students use in their experiments require high voltage. And because of that, there are special high voltage cables strung up everywhere.
So then the high voltage cable...
Yes, the high voltage cable is the cause of death. That is the most likely explanation.
That certainly sounds possible. Well, Mr. Payne, what have you got to say about high voltage cables?
Well, I believe some praise is in order.
Don't toy with me, old man.
Now, the victim's cause of death may indeed have been the high voltage cable. However, I want you to think about what this really implies. The only one who had the opportunity to use the cable as a murder weapon was the defendant.
Achoo! That is certainly true.
Yes, and that's not all. We have proof. Irrefutable proof that will establish that Phoenix Wright was the murderer.
You do? Well, what is it?
His fingerprints.
Fingerprints? You mean the defendant's fingerprints were on something besides the medicine bottle?
Let's take another look at the crime scene photo. As you can see, the victim is wearing a leather jacket. And as you may know, leather holds fingerprints quite well.
Ah! You mean...
Yes, it was quite clearly imprinted on the chest area of the victim's jacket. The palm print of the defendant's very own hand.
What?
I can only think of one way Mr. Wright would have left a print like that. Intent on murder, he squarely pushed the victim towards the severed electrical cable.
Order! 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 That's enough! I think we can conclude that there is no reason to continue with this cross-examination.
Stick a fork in us, we're done.
Mr. Grossberg.
My hemorrhoids never lie. This show is over, Mia.
Is he even talking about the case, or is he just talking about his hemorrhoids?
I knew that boy was guilty the first time I saw him.
No! You're wrong! Please stop telling me about the hemorrhoids! Mr. Wright is innocent!
No further evidence is required to convince me of this man's guilt.
Your Honor!
At this time, I am prepared to render a verdict in this case.
Hold it!
You have something further to add, Miss Faye?
Is this what you want, Mr. Wright? You still haven't told us the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. If you don't say something now, the judge is gonna hand down his verdict and put you in the slammer.
But I can't. I just can't say it. If I told you what really happened, then I'd be...
It's okay, Mr. Wright. I'm your attorney. You can trust me and everyone else that we're shouting at in this room very loudly.
Miss Faye. What's that facial expression?
No matter what it is, you have to say, I'll believe you, and I'll represent you until the very end, which is where we pretty much are now.
We've already established the defendant's guilt. There's no further need for him to say anything.
Wait a minute!
Mr. Wright,
I'll tell you everything that happened.
I've already told you, Mr. Wright, there's no need for further testimony.
don't make it into a song now.
I did it! I admit it! I pushed him! It's my fault. My fault that Doug Swallow...
That girl, you shouldn't see her anymore.
Hey! It's none of your business!
I'm telling you for your sake, you continue to see her, it's gonna be bad news.
You're lying!
Just listen to me. There's something you should need to know about the girl.
Stop it! Don't talk about her like that! What you just said, was that the truth? Yes, I was afraid that if I told the truth, everyone would think I was the murderer for sure! As things currently stand, we're all absolutely convinced you are a murderer. But please, please give me one more chance to explain!
This would not convince me. I would sentence him.
This time I swear to tell the whole truth! It'll be okay. Won't it, Miss Pay? I believe in you!
Oh, thank you for your confidence. I can't believe it. He really did murder him.
Oh, feels like my hemorrhoids are doing the Harlem Shake.
What is wrong with you?
What in the world's the Harlem Shake?
You remember that old dance that they would do on YouTube where it'd be like, do the Harlem Shake, and then a bunch of people would randomly move? But did they just like read the name Grossberg and decide that needs to be his whole gimmick is that he's gross? When they got to this game?